Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 7. Can you believe that we're getting close to the end of the course? Well, let's give you a focus for this week. This week is about instructional leadership and change. That can be a challenge, especially if you're a part of an organization that's deep rooted into heritage and tradition, the way we did things. But realizing, yes, we do need to change to meet the times of today and the demands of today as we go through. And then we're also going to be talking about team development this week as well. So that's the overarching two focus points for this week. With that change comes conflict. So let's talk about the reading this week. So you're going to read from Green, Chapter 7, Managing Conflict in Today's Schools. Well, as I shared, you want to change something, there becomes conflict from it. Or if there's an approach or instructional strategies that you want, teachers don't think are going to work, or some teachers will, some teachers won't, that can cause conflict. And how do we balance that as a leader so it doesn't ruin either the climate or the culture that we have in our school sites? Or that balance of needing the change so you change the climate or culture, but still not wanting to disengage everyone from it. So you'll be reading that from Green and getting some scenarios from there. And then this week there's a video as well on How Great Leaders Inspire Action by Simon Sinek. He looks at an inside-out approach for the whole reason of why are we doing this, what are we doing, and the how. So you'll see that in the TED Talk if you haven't seen it before. Great conversation, really thinking of an organization or a change and the reason for the change. So enjoy that. You do have a learning module this week. It's the Instructional Leadership and Change, a focus in that conversation. The week 7 discussion board I'm going to pull up just so you can see what that true prompt is. I'm not going to recite it from memory, so I want to make sure that it's there. It says reflecting on your reading, so you definitely are going to want to read before responding to the prompt. But if you're a principal of a middle school and half of your faculty wanted to have reading in the content areas for all students, and the other half wanted self-contained remedial classes for only those students who needed assistance with their reading development, how would you resolve the conflict? So if you look at the scenario that's been given from Green, how would you resolve that conflict? What would you do? Thinking about looking at Green or other experiences that you've had, how would you design to try and attempt to get everyone on board? Just like I've shared in other times, it's not 100% on board, but looking at that 70% majority. So that is the discussion board for the week. As always, remember to please post by Thursday with a minimum of 2 responses no later than Sunday of the week. And then the last thing to remind you about, there's not technically any specific assignment due this week, but you should definitely be working with your collaborative reform strategy group to get that going. You will be presenting on Tuesday, May the 1st. So just a reminder for you, your group has to be ready to present at that time. I know I have one group who will be presenting a day earlier, but please make sure that you're ready. But your slides or whatever you're using to present with does not have to be submitted until that Friday if there's any refinement that you have. You've all posted on discussion boards or are about to post on discussion boards what your group presentation topic is. If you want to see what the other groups are talking about, you can definitely view it on week 6's discussion board number 2. Don't hesitate to call, text, or email if you have any questions. Grading, we are trying to get up to date. I will try by Wednesday to have everything up to date so you can continue to check your grades. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope that you have a great week. God bless.